Hello everybody and welcome to the Back Sports YouTube channel, where we are streaming tonight the 2021 IROC here at Talladega. I'm here joined with Jay Doutman in the booth.
How you doing? Welcome.
It should be a good race tonight.
Yes, it should. Looks like we got Talladega. Got about 2 minutes and 25 seconds left of practice here. Looking at Anthony Hooker, Jim Downham. On the bottom, they're pushing each other in, along with number 7 there. That's Ashton Hooker. Looks like Trumbley's pushing Stephen Hutchinson on the outside there. So they got a little pack going. Looks like that inside line is getting lined up. Oh, a little bobble there. There, get a little loose. So here we go. On to the trial. It's getting all lined up. Looks like they're very squirrely there, Brandon.
Yeah, quite a bit here at Talladega. Last week's winner was Dakota Bro. I haven't seen him yet in race this week. Do you have any favorites on who you think's gonna win tonight?
Well, as usual, I think Adam Rickey always finds his way to the front, and Eric Steele has been very, very strong. So is Dakota. They've seemed to be the class of the IROC field. They'd be able to find out exactly what to do, maybe lead these guys, and they very, very good drivers. There's a lot of good drivers in the field, but I think those are the class of the field for the IROC series this year. But it's Talladega. There's a bunch of guys, and it's all about luck here. It's trying to stay out of the big one, stay out of the big packs, be smart, and try and stay with the pack. Oh, it looks like Jim Downham got on the outside there, and Steve Hutchinson. Kind of shakes things up a little bit. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Oh, there he goes. He went over. Like I said, it's all about it. Yep. Oh, Trumbley gets into him. That's kind of going to be a prelude of what's going to happen tonight. So it should be a really exciting race. I'd like to thank McConey Setup Shops. They always do a wonderful job setting these guys up. Oh, we got another one. Oh, it's going to be an exciting night there. Stephen Hutchinson. Looks like ran into. I'm not sure you got into there.
Yep,
Okay.
it looks like
You
it's
won
like
him.
a checkered on practice. We're going to qualifying.
Okay, well, that was an exciting lap. Everybody pushing it there to land speed.
It's something we noticed the past couple weeks too. There a lot of cars are pushing themselves a lot harder in practice than they are in the real races and spinning their cars.
Yeah, that's true. You want to push it as much as you can while you're not really losing anything, but just see what you got. So that's what it looked like. They were all just pushing a little bit, see what they can get out of it during the last few minutes. Otherwise, we got there's Adam Rickey going around for his. And there's Ashton Hooker. And number 9 is Steve Hutchinson. Number 11.
It's Matthew Wheeler.
Matthew Wheeler. And there's Sharon. And Eric Steele. There's another top contender. I'm pretty sure he's going to find his way to the front. Him and Ricky kind of have a rivalry going. So I think that'll be a good race to watch tonight. And there's 31 of Anthony Hooker. Kicking his left. There's Jim Downham. And the 28. 26 car. Sure who's in 26 right
It
now.
is Mark Bradshaw.
Mark Bradshaw. Yeah. And there's Tyler Daniels himself. Looks like he's running. Is that the McConey setup shop? He's running the title. So we got the namesake of our league here, and Tyler's always exciting to watch. And number 52.
There's last week's winner, Dakota Bro.
Dakota. And then here's the 66. That's Bob Berlew.
Yep.
And the 86 of Tommy Aber.
Hebert.
88 of Kevin Gironi, taking his lap out there. And David Trumley, he's another one to watch. If he can get hooked up, he can usually find his way to the front. And usually can hang in there with the top runners. So keep an eye on that McDonald's 96. He's looking really good. Had a bit of a struggle the last few weeks, but I think given the right circumstances, you'll be able to find David Trumley right back up there at the front, for sure. And then there's a 97 of Eric Sellers. Eric Sellers, he's another one that can definitely find his way through the field. Looks like we got a blank car here.
Resetting the paints here. I was told that we had the wrong paints. I thought they were right. Yeah, I'm seeing the TDR paints. I don't know why I was getting told that we weren't. Well, qualifying seems to be ending with Matthew Boston in first.
Yeah, Matthew Boston Wheeler. Right
And,
up there.
Adam Rickey in second, David Tremblay in third. While we end qualifying, I'd like to take everybody's attention down at the bottom of the screen. We've got Back Charities as one of our sponsors. They do a lot of great stuff in the TDR community and just community in general. When it comes to iRacing, we raise a lot of money for different kinds of stuff. We do charity races. Our other sponsor is McCody Setup Shops, which makes a lot of setups in iRacing for, I know, a lot of the guys specifically in TDR, and it's just great to work with. So everybody should go check both of them out.
Absolutely. And they do a lot of work, especially McConey. He's like on everything, and he does a lot of work with TDR and Bach Charities, and it's been there for a long time. So that's definitely something if you're into iRacing and you can't figure out any setups or you're struggling a little bit, go check out McConey's setup. He knows his stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. And we do appreciate him as a sponsor here at TDR.
So Matthew Wheeler is not somebody that I've seen in the front all too often in the other races, but he seems to be out front in qualifying. How do you think he's going to do tonight?
He can, it's really anybody's race at this point. It's Talladega. If you get hooked up with the right people, if you get the right people around you, if you get you get comfortable, settled in, you can definitely find, you can find your way to the front, or you can find your way to the back really quick, which that's happened to pretty much a lot of people out there. But yeah, I think he's got a shot for sure. Go through the field here. So, and if I'm looking at this correctly, there's not a lot of room. Looks like actually Matthew Boston Wheeler and Adam Rickey looked like they had the same time. So
yeah, it's awfully close. I mean, not for last place in qualifying to not even be a full second, behind first place. This is gonna be close.
It's going to be a tight field, definitely for sure. It's going to come down to who people are comfortable working with, um, who can stay off one another. Are they going to go 3 wide? Are they going to sit back a little bit and let it go? So, yeah, it's going to be a very, very tight, interesting. You can go 3, 4 wide through the turns in Talladega, but I don't know about coming out how you're going to be looking 4 wide, but 3 wide, you can probably do it comfortably. I know the cars like to slide, tend to slide all over with the air that's coming off of them, and should be good to go. So I got about 3 minutes left before we drop the green on this. And any thoughts on what you've been seeing out there racing with these guys, or?
I have noticed that for a lot of the tracks in these cars specifically, the high line's not always that bad. I know that a lot of times you want to stick to the bottom line, but typically on these cars you can be middle to high line and still be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've seen Highline work at Daytona. I've seen Highlines work here. It's just who you're. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen a lot of pushing, so I don't know if these cars will be able to get hooked up like they do in like the Cup Series or Truck Series. It looked like they were trying, and it looked like a few guys got a little squirrely. So I'm not sure if we're going to see a whole lot of pushing, but I think if you get enough of a run, you should be able to put a little bit of a cushion and work your way around. Comfortability of the car.
Being at Talladega, it's a 3-lane track. I have seen it go 4 wide here a couple times, which is very scary to be in. I can say I've been in at least once. That's never a comfortable position to be in. 3 wide's scary to be in. You see a lot of 3 wide in Talladega, though.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see that a lot too. And these guys they all got talent. I've been racing with them for a little bit now. I know you've been racing with them for a while, and if you've been watching any of the broadcasts, I mean, they're clean drivers. Everybody has respect for one another. They push and they have to, and it always seems to be within the last 10 laps is when they really start to get racy. But I have seen it in the beginning where somebody's get a little bit of a run, pushy, but they're here for a reason. These are the top 30 in TDR in the point system for all last year. So you got to give them, they got here on merit. So I think
I have seen. Yeah, it should be a good race tonight. Very exciting race at Dega. I wanted to say hi to Mitch Eichting and Jim Dowman, which are out on YouTube saying hi to everybody.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Mitch. How are you? Jim puts in, thanks, Brendan and Jay on booth. Oh, not a problem. If you're new to iRacing, this is my virgin race in the booth, so you got to give me a little bit of a break here. Well, as things in action get going, things should pick up, but I think me and Brendan should carry you through. And it looks like they're getting lined up here. So
Jim is your brother, right?
Yes, Jim is my older brother. That is correct. And
so you've rooting for him tonight?
As a sentimental favorite, yes. I mean, it is brotherly love. I got to pull for my brother, and we shall see how he does, for sure, absolutely. But no, I race with all these guys. I have great respect for everybody. Adam he's always fast, and if you follow him, you can learn so much. Same thing with a lot of the guys who run up front consistently. If you just follow them week after week, race after race, you'll learn. And I have great respect for a lot of these guys. So should be fun. And like we're lining up here. So there's Matthew Wheel and more Ricky. in second spot. And then third, we've got David Trumbley. Fourth in Jeremy Gaiman. And in the fifth spot,
who's in fifth?
Well, right now we're looking at third and fourth. Trumbley and Gaiman.
Yep, I'm trying to figure out.
Steve Hutchinson, Eric Steele, Bob Berlew in the 66. Got Lonnie Mixon, Chuck McDonald, Andrew Shaner. I think they rounds out the top 10.
So they're getting ready to go.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to line up here. I believe they have one quick repair.
Yep, and I think they're running 60 laps tonight, which is Talladega's a big track, so these gonna be some long laps, especially long yellow flag laps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a long way. It's a long way around here. 2.66 miles. It's the longest track on the circuit, as tri-ovals and ovals go. It's flat out. There's no lifting, and that's kind of the rule. If you lift, you're going to lose that draft, and that could play a huge part. But like I said, I did do a little bit of practicing in these cars. If you get too wide, you're able to suck up a little bit. So, I mean, they do have a little bit of a suck up to them, so they're not going to be like the Gen cars, where if 3 or 4 get together, you're not going to be able to catch them. You lose that draft. If they do get a little bit racy later on, then I think you'll see a lot more people catching up. And I think we could be going to, I would expect at least to see 2, 3 wide racing for most of the race tonight. So it should be fun and exciting.
Now, I don't know how fuel's going to come in on this race. I do know last week, Adam, I thought it was weird. He pitted like 10 laps in. Not a single other person did. He did that to try to get fuel early to try to last him the rest of the race. It ended up paying out towards the end of the race.
Yeah, Adam's a smart guy. He knows how to run these things. And he usually runs Cobra Kai, and that's his motto, strike first. So, you know, he's got a plan, and he's going to stick to it. So it'll be interesting to see. I agree with you. Fuel mileage could play a big part into this over here. Looks like the pace car is getting ready to go down off. And green to go, and there goes Matt. Yep. That's right. It's a long tri-oval.
He's going to take that turn.
A little bit. Yeah. Not like Daytona. There's the green. All right, there they go. And there's Matthew Wheeler. Oh, Adam strikes to the outside first. He's going to bring Jeremy Gaiman along.
Adam is good on those restarts.
He is very good on starts and restarts. Absolutely. There's Matthew Wheeler. Adam Rickey out front. Got down, he looks like Adam prefers the low line. 2, 3 wide. Oh, somebody's jumping. Go down the back stretch. Matthew Wheeler. David Trumbley. They're the front 3. Gaiman stuck up on the outside. It's going to be curious to see if he can hang up there. Maybe catch somebody and push his way back to the front. But right now he's like a sitting duck as everybody decides they're going to take the low line there.
A lot of these pack racings is if they're just running one line and bumper to bumper, you slip outside to try to either pass somebody and end up not doing it. You can be stuck out there for a while and not be able to get a spot back in.
Oh, yeah. But it's interesting because normally you would think that he would be falling like to the back of the pack, and he was able to slide in there behind Eric Steele. So, I mean, he is. You're not, like I said, I don't think the draft is going to play that as much as it would in like a cup car or a truck for the Xfinity series or something like that. These guys seem to be able to hang by themselves on the outside. They're falling a little bit, but it's not as big, so they're not able to get like such a big run. Looks like Adam Rickey's still up front. Matthew Wheeler, David Trumbull. No change at the front back there.
There seems to be two main packs right now.
Yeah. Well, you got two coming up on the high side. Yep, there seems to be separation.
We got 5 cars back here.
Looks like it's led by, is that Shanna? There is Tyler Daniels. Yep, Shanna's in that group. Andy Bisnick's back there.
And Tommy Hebert's leading this pack. Nope, that's not Tommy. That is Kevin.
Kevin Gironi. Yeah, Kevin Gironi. You got Andy Bisnick, and then you got Shanna. There it looks like they're all. And Shanna can find her way to the front too. He's really good. We got an incident coming up.
Looks like we got a caution.
Yep, caution. Looks like it happened.
Oh my!
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch going through there. Ooh, somebody almost went over. Let's see what happened here. Ooh, looks like, is that Ashton?
Oh my!
Ashton looked like Ashton.
He got into that 23 car, spun him, and that just sent a bunch of cars flying.
Yeah, that. Andrew Shaner got in. There's Barbara Lou went over. Derek Sellers went. That was a wild ride. Wow. Bob came out. Looked like Bob took the worst of that one there. Is that Andy? That's your dad, isn't it? Andy Shaner?
In what car?
In the 23 car.
Yeah, it is.
So your dad got hung up in that. Wow. But thank God for the quick repairs. Now they can go in, take the quick repair, come back out, not really lose anything at this moment in time. So, like we're 5 of 65 here.
He's got that front end messed up because of that. Ashton.
Oh, yeah. Ashton's really gonna have to go in and get that taken care of. So he's working. Ricky's in a good spot. He stayed in front of all that. That's the best spot to be, especially here at Talladega.
We might have seen our big one early.
Yeah. That was a big one. That involved a lot there. So.
Looks like I was mistaken earlier. They're running 65 laps instead of 60.
Yeah. That's 5 extra laps of fun. There we go. Like Mitch is going. He's going. Mitch on YouTube says, "Go Adam, go." And they're running the next gen car. I believe the next gen car is coming up, is it not? Are we going to be doing? I think that's Gas and Go, is it not? Coming
Yeah.
up, I believe. Yeah, the new Gas and Go series is going to feature the next gen cars. Mitch, if you're interested, you can come join us. Plugs Inferno. Let's go, Keith. So yeah, we got a Keith fan in there. And then Mitch says, yeah, it looks like Andy came out okay. Yeah, they'll be fine.
He's
like
going to
I said,
take
they'll
his
have
quick repair.
Yeah, so. And there's Andy Shaner. And the 04 car, it's Chuck McDonald, Mark Bradshaw, and Anthony Hooker. They're all in for their pits, getting their quick repair. I believe they were all involved in that. Oh, look like the pace car did a little, trying to do a little Joey Chitwood coming out of turn 3 over there. I don't know what that was about. It was a 2-wheeler. So up top we got Adam Rickey, and then right behind him is Matthew Boston Wheeler. Looks like David Trumbley 3rd, Steve Hutchinson 4th, Eric Steele 5th, Jeremy Gaiman 6th, Tommy Hebert 7th, Dakota Brow, he's coming back up, then 8th, 9th is Kevin Gironi. Yep, there's Jim. Looks like they escaped the backup. They're in the back there. Lining up. It's a long way around. Something must happen. Jim looks like he's falling to the back. Scoring. They must be doing scoring there. Slowing down a little bit, trying to get everybody lined up. Lap 6 to 65. So we got 59 more laps.
This is an awfully big track. You really actually see how big it is when you look at this camera angle. That is.
Oh, that's a great shot. Yeah, the blimp. Is that the blimp shot? That's awesome.
Yeah. That's what'd you say? 2.6 miles.
2.66. Yes. It's 0.16 miles longer than Daytona, and the start-finish line is more towards turn 1. Whereas Daytona, it's right in the middle, so that's too different. And let's see, we got a comment in YouTube from Sharon. It says, "Welcome, Jay, to the broadcast booth. You're both doing a wonderful job tonight. Let's go, Jim." That is Jim and my sister. That is Sharon. Thanks, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
All right, looks like we lights are out on the pace car. Adam Rickey, Matthew Wheeler, David Trumley, and Mr. Steve Hutchinson are your top 4. Going to be lining up. Eric Steele, Jeremy Gaiman. Here's Tommy Hebert. And 52 is Dakota Brown. He's working his way back up, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, he didn't qualify as good as he normally does today. He's not as good as these bigger bigger tracks as he is on the smaller tracks.
I think he's got a magnet that's hooked up to Adam, because every time somewhere along the way they always find each other. So I think Adam and Dakota will get hooked up here in a little bit. He's just working his way to his front, just being a little cautious. It's still early, 58 laps left. So.
And magnet must be strong. They usually end up hitting each other too.
Long way.
It's nice to see some of these new faces up at the front.
Oh, absolutely. Gives you a lot of confidence when you can look and you're looking right in the back of Adam Rickey, David Trumley. It makes you feel like you're doing something right at that point. But Matthew's quick too. I'm sure he can, if he has anything, he might be able to get hooked up there and give Adam a run. There's a lot of room here. I'm at turn 3, the pace car ducking off. Looks like Adam's starting to get a little bit of a lead there.
He usually likes to try to take the restart as soon as he usually can. He will.
It's a whoa moment right there. And there's the green. And Ricky gets a big lead going down in the turn 1 past the finish line.
He's got 2 seconds over second place. Oh, we already got a caution.
Caution now. Oh no.
What happened?
That's Sellers? Eric Sellers. Let's see what happened here. There's Bob Berlil on the outside. They were just involved in that last incident.
Seems that it's not wanting to show me the
Tyler? I'm not sure what happened there.
It's not wanting to try to rewind it, but it's not really wanting to show me.
All right, well, we're back under yellow, so it's kind of like a reset. Looks like catching back up to the pace car. Gonna line him back up, do a reset.
Yeah, sorry, couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Don't know what happened.
I'm not sure what happened either, but it did look like Eric Sellers, if that was the live shot. I'm not sure if that was from the incident before that, but it looked like he had some front end damage. So He might have got into the back of. There might have been a hold up in the back, so he might have slowed down. Oh, there it is. That's the 23 of Andy Shaner.
That is where the restart happened, so it was
Yeah.
right when the restart happened.
Mark Bradshaw came up on your dad there, on Andy, and then that started probably a chain reaction in the back. I'm sure a lot of people checked up. So. Is this a restart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it looks like
Yeah, it looks like
some people
Andy
blinked or something. That's why I couldn't really get a good angle of it.
Yeah, I saw a couple people blink off.
But it was rear end happening. People got spun. That's didn't seem like too many though. Just the two.
Yeah, all right. So now we're doing back to a reset here. We got Adam Rickey still leading. Led all the laps, hasn't he?
No. I think he's led all of them.
But one, right?
But
one or
one
two.
at the very beginning. Unless he passed Matthew right away. Did Matthew get to lead a lap at the beginning? He qualified first.
He qualified first, yeah. I think he let him down to the green, but I think Adam got a big run going into one, and then they end up single file after that. Yeah, Adam Rickey, David Trumbley, 1-2. And then we got Matthew Boston Wheeler, Hutchinson, Jeremy Gaiman, Eric Steele, Dakota Brow, Tommy Abear, Andrew Business, Kevin Gironi, Ashton Hooker, Shannon Barton in the top 12. Eric Sellers, Anthony Hooker, Lonnie Mixon, Bob Brillew, Chuck McDonald, Jim Downham, Dale Weiser. So we got another lap here under yellow.
Yep. These are awfully long pace laps with the track being so big.
Yeah, it takes about a minute and a half here under yellow to do a lap, so gives you a lot of time, especially if you have any damage to kind of have your crew spend a little bit of time knocking some dents out, putting some of that 200-mile-an-hour tape on, and getting you ready to go back out and do battle again. But that was very interesting, though, that I was surprised that Jeremy was actually to hold himself up there by himself with at least 5 or 6 cars lined up on the inside, and they were just not, like, leaving him in the dust. And I think he fell right behind Eric Steele. So I'm curious to see who's going to try the outside now.
I haven't seen a lot of... Usually towards the beginning of those restarts, first couple laps, it's only a one-lane race. It takes some couple laps to get into those 2 lanes.
Yeah, once you get a rubber in. I think Adam's trying to get up there with the... I think he's trying to pace the pace car. Like, come on, let's go. All right, looks like lights are out on the pace car. We're going to be lining up here. Lap. Hopefully everybody can behave themselves. Yeah, Adam Rickey and David Trumbley, Matthew Wheeler, Steve Hutchinson, Jeremy Gaiman in 5th, Eric Steele 6th, Dakota Brow in 7th, Tommy Abear in 8th. We'll take to the top 4 rows. Once again, if you're out there, if you're into iRacing, come join us on TDR. We race, I think there's 12 leagues. We have 12 races every week.
We got more races than we got days of the week.
Yeah. Saturdays and Sundays are always busy. And if you get involved and win a few and earn enough points, then we'll be calling you next year. You can try and get enough points, the top 30 in points in TDR, make the IROC series. And that's also through donations and special events. And there's other things that contribute to the point system to get these guys up there and and racing.
The point system is mainly based on participation. There's a lot of these guys that you don't really need to place well. If you do a bunch of races, you'll get in. It's based on participation.
PJ. Mitch writes, where the PJ1 at? I don't know where the PJ1's at. Mitch, but thank you for keeping up there, man. That's great. Good to see you out there.
He does need to pay attention more. He just left for a minute. And
can't get a beer on a restart. Gotta wait until at least it slows down a little bit. But it's been very exciting racing. His car is off, coming past the tri-oval, and there's the restart. Adam gets another jump on the field. Half a second on the lead there. Trumbley's back in Matthew Wheeler. Like Trumbley's got a good little bit of a run coming up. I'm not sure if Adam kind of backed up to Trumbley because he did have a really good restart there. 3 wide. Yes. Back to the field. There's Dale White. Oh, here we got Trumbley trying the outside by himself. No help. Looks like he's holding there too. Ricky's got more of the run. Low line there we got Matthew Wheeler. Jeremy Gaiman coming up. Looks like he's lining up, and then we got Steve Hutchinson also up there.
David's gonna have to. He's gonna have to do that outside now. If he wants to get on that inside, I don't think Matthew's gonna let him.
No, yeah. Trumbley's got to be committed to the outside now, but it looks like Eric Steele's sneaking his way up there to try and give David some help. So there's that draft now that they're starting to pull away, but like I said, they're not really pulling away and freight training with that many cars lined up on the inside and the outside. So now you got Eric Steele right there. Oh. Wheeler goes Gaiman tucks down underneath. All right, now you got Eric Steele lined up on the back bumper of Trumbley. Let's see if he can push his way to the front. Looks like Wheeler didn't know where to go, whether to jump high and try and block that run that they got on the outside. Gaiman down on the bottom. Behind Wheeler and Ricky, those three have got it lined up. I think if they stay in a straight line, they may be able to pull away, but it looks like, I don't know what the deal is there. Looks like he keeps pulling out, trying to either block or maybe he's getting a little loose. Are you seeing anything, Bretman?
Not a whole lot. Let's take a lap here real quick with the leader, Adam, see what he's doing inside his car.
Very steady. As he comes down, let's go through the tri-oval. Like he's got a bit of a positive camber on the car. See that little red line? It's probably more towards the right.
That's something Adam always been good at with holding that wheel steady.
Didn't look like he was even turning it going into turn, just letting the banking take over. And,
a lot of these tracks with big bankings, you don't have to turn the car a whole lot. It kind of just turns for you.
Oh, there we go. We got. Somebody got booted down. I'm not sure if that was a bump down on the bottom there. Looks like Jeremy got out of. Oh, he's loose.
That was Hutchinson that got knocked down there.
And that's Hutchinson as well that got knocked down. Nope, there's a lot of people going by. I'm not sure what happened. He's even holding on, so I'm not sure he's just not bringing it up, letting the guys go. Eric Steele looking down there. Oh, Trumbley. Steele got broken up there.
Yeah, he got back on his inside. Oh, that is.
Okay. So we got Dakota back up there. He found his way to the front. Wow. Dakota went high. I thought Steele was going to go with him. But Steele decided to tuck down and keep that line, that low line. Left Dakota out there. So there's your 3 from last week. And then you got Steve Hutchinson. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Matthew Wheeler. Matthew Boston Wheeler there in second, just hanging on to the back of Adam Rickey. David Trumbley, Eric Steele. And then we got another one sneaking up here, too. In the 80 sets, Tommy Abear. Tommy Abear is getting in the mix up here. So they're able to pull up because Abear was a little over half a second.
Looks like we do have a pack now. Got a couple packs forming.
Yeah, you got your front 8. And then you got a little bit of a ways back. They're trying to line up and get up to him. About 10, 15 car lengths behind in that second pack, and then it's about the same to the third. In that third pack, they're really just all over the place. Someone was diving high, diving low. I'm not sure who that was.
Here's the leader of that second pack.
That's Jeremy Gaiman. Jeremy Gaiman back with Eric Sellers, who had a bunch of damage, who was involved in it. I think but these are the drivers that were involved in that first wreck. So you got Jeremy Gaiman back there. And you got the 97 of Eric Sellers. He's right there. The 88 of Kevin Gironi. The 31 of Anthony. Looks like Shanna Harton and Ashton Hooker. So you got the 2 hookers in this pack right here. Back up front. Really hasn't been too much of a change. It looks like the bottom and the top are pretty much at a stalemate right now, but if they keep this up, it's going to allow that second pack to catch up to them, and then we'll definitely have a race going on. But Dakota seems to be holding his own. I mean, seems to be 2, 3 on the outside, 4 on the inside, and they're really just holding pace here. Adam's hugging that yellow line.
Thing about pack racing is it seems like it's so easy for that front pack to get away from you, and it's so hard to get back to it.
Turn 3. Oh, looks like Dakota's got a little bit of a shot there from Tommy Abear's trying to do a little bit of a pushing. He got himself a little.
Looks like he got a little loose.
Yeah, he got a little loose and went up the track. Nope. There's Eric Steele coming up now to see if he can't. Looks like he didn't have anywhere to go on the bottom, so he's going to try the top there and try and push Dakota back up to Adam. Well, looks like they got a run. That's. Oh, they're going almost door handle. Looks like they're getting Tommy Abear's joining that, so should be 3 on 3. Who's got the better line here, top or bottom? Oh, and then we got another one up there too, the 40. That's Andy Bisnet. Good to see him back up there in the front pack.
Eric Steele is bumping Dakota quite a bit. It looks like he can really get on his bumper.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if he's bumping or if it's just the air between the two, but yeah. Oh, maybe.
I wouldn't be all that surprised if Eric Steele were to turn Dakota.
No. Yeah, because it looks like every time he gets close, that Dakota looks like he gets loose. But they are now. They're side by side now, so we got 2 by 2, kind of 186 mile an hour traffic jam here. Tommy Abear's getting up there. Eric Steele, yeah, it does look like he's. Oh, yeah, he is on him. From that last shot of, yep, he was on the back. He was really pushing him down the back stretch. Hutchinson's diving low, but he's got to keep it up a little bit there. There, Matt. Can we get an in-car of Matthew and see what he's doing? Matthew.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's loose or if it's just the air pushing him, because he's holding a steady wheel. I'm just wondering, maybe it might be the airflow coming off of Adam and then pulling around with Dakota on the outside. You can just see there, like he's. Oh, there's a bump. We're gonna bump and run. I'm surprised these guys are even trying it.
Yeah, they're definitely bumping up there.
Yeah, it's definitely. Ooh, Adam gets a little bit loose. This is what it looks like, folks, when you're trying to drive one of these cars. That's definitely a shot that, you see a big difference from Adam to Steve.
Oh, there goes
Oh,
Dakota.
there it is. All right, looks like, yep, Dakota Brow got turned by Eric going into the tri-oval.
Oh, he barely got
wow.
missed.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's Tommy Abear. Goes sliding down. Yep, there it was. He just tried to get him a little bit too much. He hit him on just one too many times going into that tri-oval.
Barely get missed there.
And we saw from the in-car, from Mr. Wheeler's car, that once you get that air, it's squirrely. Definitely one of them pucker moments, that's for sure. And then there's Tommy got down into his net. I'm not sure if that. He went sliding through the grass, was able to pull out of that one. There's a good shot. Yep. Bump and the run. Eric goes up. Everybody scrambles. Tommy goes up. Yep. Looks like Andrew was able to save it. So Biznet moves up to 4th. Probably got a heart race moment there.
Yeah, that was another big one.
Yeah, and these cars are a little bit tougher, so yeah. But I think Eric and
Mitch says Eric bump drafts a lot. Yes, he does, as we just saw. Maybe bump drafts a little too much.
Yep, well, 24 of 65, so we got 41 to go here.
That's like the same. Dakota just can't catch a break when it comes to people behind him. That's like the same thing that happened 2 weeks ago. Adam was doing the same thing and turned him.
Yeah.
But I do know Dakota is one of the guys that can make his way back up. He got turned 2 weeks ago, and back of the pack, made his way all the way back up to first, second place.
It's like the leaders are pitting. Yeah, yeah, definitely. He can make his way back up front. Like I said, with a quick repair, kind of like the one free pass that you get every race. So if it happens once, you're good to go. If it happens twice, then you might be a little bit more in trouble. But they're learning. It's a learning game here. Like Adam's not taking any tires.
I think he's just taking fuel right now.
Tremblay is take off stick too. So who we got up? And we've got 04. Chuck McDonald up at the front.
He had a little bit of bad luck last week. He was up here in front last week too. Just found himself in some trouble, and didn't finish terrible last week, but not the greatest either. I interviewed him afterwards. He was a little disappointed. But overall, pretty good driver.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, this is a crapshoot. Yeah, it's anybody's game. I mean, we're watching the front pack, but if something big should happen up front, Dakota and Eric get involved with Ricky, I mean, they can find themselves in trouble too, and then it's just anybody's game. So it's kind of a luck thing, for sure, with these super speedways. But Chuck McDonald, good spot. I'm not sure I'm not sure if he was involved in any incidents or not.
I don't think he has been. So with Adam pitting, that only puts him in third. He's not that far back. I guarantee you he's going to make his way back up to that top spot not long after that restart.
Yeah, I wonder if it looks like Steve's coming down. They might have been Steve's. Is he? Yeah, it looks like Hutchinson's coming to pit road. He's going to stay out? Chuck might have pitted earlier. Maybe on an earlier... Oh, nope. Here comes Chuck, and... Okay. So that'll put Adam back on the top spot there.
Yep, so that Chuck and Hutchinson.
Yep, Steve Hutchinson there.
Which puts Adam, even after the pit, right back in first.
Yep. So it looks like everybody must have pitted, because if you didn't, you'd be up at the front. So.
Well, another thing about this is he didn't take tires. He only took fuel, which didn't make his pit stop very long. So and since this is a big track, he might have been able to get out before the pace car was around.
Yeah, I didn't see Adam take any tires. Well, Wheeler and Trumbley did take tires, and it's amazing that Adam came out first, so I'm not sure what that was about.
Might be confused sometimes with Adam, his tactics, but he's a smart driver, and if he does something, he does it for a reason.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, that's for sure.
Even if nobody else knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing, and it usually works out for him, too.
Oh, yeah. Never count him out, ever. It looks like we got Dale Weiser up there in the third, Dave Trumbley fourth. Shanna Harton made her way up to fifth, so she's having a good run now. Eric Sellers, Kevin Gironi, Barbara Lou, Anthony Hooker, Tommy Abear. And he was just involved in that incident, too, on the front stretch here.
So the two main people that were in that wreck, Dakota and Eric. Dakota's the 17th and Eric's 21st. Eric tried making a move on Dakota and ended up putting himself farther back than he put Dakota back.
Did they get a tow? That might have been from the tow that put them so far back. But they're going to be ones to watch now that they're in the back, so trying to get back to the front because they're very quick. That's for sure. Dale Weiser, and there's Adam Bismuth. 97 of Eric Sellers. 83 of Kevin Gironi. Last shot there was Anthony Hooker, 30 car. And
let's see how big of a start Adam gets on this. How big of a jump he gets.
Tri-oval. Well, he's already got the 3/4 of the car length there. But he always seems to get a good run, and then they seem to last one, Trumbley was able to catch him going into turn one. There you go, green in the air.
Trumbley's on that outside. He's going to need to get on that inside.
Yeah, he does need to get on the inside. It looks like he got around, so now they're back lined up. Adam jumps out to a second lead. Is closing quick. Here comes Hutchinson back up. Hooking up with Tremblay. Those guys are really, now that they're hooked up. There's Weiser joining in. And going back into turn 3. And they should be back as a group pack by the time they start the start-finish line. So we'll take lap 28 of 65. Let's see. Just make it 5 coming up. 4. Down through the tri-oval, Shanna. There's Shanna Harton. She's joined the group. Like I said, she could find her way to the front. She started kind of in the back there, so.
That's usually what she does here. She doesn't qualify. She qualifies about mid-pack, and she usually always makes her way up to the front. Past couple races, she just could not stay out of trouble and kept getting into wrecks. That's what hurt her past couple weeks.
Yeah, she's doing good. So, and for those of you who don't know, Shanna is one of the youngest, and I believe she's the only teenage driver right now, and female. Is that correct?
Yep.
So, and she don't take nothing from these boys, I could tell you that. And she knows how to get around these tracks.
Yeah, but she's a Canadian hockey player too.
A Canadian hockey player, so even if you mess her around, she can come back and punch you in the mouth at the end of the day, get it all over with.
Yes, she can.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, we got nice little push going on. Looks like the lineup goes tail there. We got Adam Rickey, Steve Hutchinson, David Trumbley up there. And just slide around a bit, but looks like they're gonna. Don't look like there's any moves. They're just kind of nose to tail there.
We are creeping up on
lap
halfway.
30. Yep, coming up on lap 30 this time by. So another 3 laps. We'll be halfway through the event. Go through the field here. Let's see what we got. Adam Ricky. And of course, my Boston Wheeler. And David Trumbley, our top 3. Going into turn 1. Then we got Dave Weiser, who's made his way from mid-pack back up to a little bit of a separation there. There's Mr. Weiser. And then we got Shanna Harton. And Andrew Bisnet. And then there's Eric Sellers coming up. He was involved in that first wreck, made his way back up after getting his quick repair. And Kevin Gironi making his way back. And the 31 of Anthony Hooker. And there's Jim Downham. Hanging in there. He pulled his way back. He's not too far, so he's in that second group. Actually, he caught the first group, so that's good for Jim. Look at him go.
Yep, that looks to be the end of that first pack.
Wow. So yeah, so that's a good run. Yep. And then we got quite a few through the back though. Oh, there's a big separation in between. It's like about what 5-6 seconds between that pack. Something must have happened. I guess. Yeah, something must have happened for those guys to fall back a little bit.
That's like a full turn almost.
Well, like Trumbull got a little bit loose coming out of 2. I'm not sure if somebody got him. Oh, down on David's too far to get into the back of him.
I'm not sure if Wheeler's trying to go for that outside or he's just getting a little loose.
Yeah, from the in-car camera that you showed earlier, it did look like he was getting loose up behind Adam. And I'm not sure if Tremblay is just taking that air off of that back spoiler. I'm not, we'll have to try and get a hold of him. Maybe we can pull him in on the next caution or something happens and ask what's going on to see how he's handling things down there. But they are nose to tail. And maybe he's trying to breathe it out a little bit too. He could be trying to breathe it so that way he doesn't cook that engine.
Yeah, that is a problem. These cars sometimes are overheating, and water temperature and stuff like that.
Yeah, from there you can actually see that one shot. It looked like Matthew did get a little bit. His backside was getting a little pointed towards the outside there, so he might be a little bit loose. See it, and then you got to chase it back down, kind of chasing the car as it goes. And then you got the air that's coming off these things, which pushes the car in places you're kind of at the mercy of that air. But that front group is really, I don't know. That second group though looks like from that shot they're pulling in. It was more than that turn. Now they're less than half a straightaway. So that second group seems to be closing in on the back of this one. Oh, there's that's Ashton Hooker on the outside. So he must have lost the draft. There had to have been something that would have caused that group to get separated like that. I'm sure that there. It looks like that. Looks like we're in the inside here.
I can actually see his water temperature. It doesn't seem to be too high. It's a little high, but I don't think it should be too bad right now.
Yeah, and those yellow lights that you see on that dashboard, that means that's peg. So that's about as top as you can go. So they got their hammer down and it's just hanging in there, trying to stay out of trouble. There we go, 1, 2, 3.
We are officially halfway through the race.
All right, halfway through the race. It's still Adam Ricky, Matthew Boston Wheeler, David Trumbley in top 3. Dale Weiser, Shanna Harton, Andrew Bisnet, and Eric Steele. Is that Eric Steele? Or is it? No, Eric Sellers. I'm sorry, Eric Sellers. And then you got Kevin Gironi at the back there. And then 31 of Anthony Hooker. Followed by Jim Downham. And that's your top group. That's the lead pack here. So we not getting too racy. Looks like they're just gonna ride and see what's going on. There's Dakota Brow and Eric Steele. They got around that back. They're leading that second pack there, so it looks like they're getting hooked up nose to tail again. And then you got the 58. Lonnie Mixon is in there as well. I haven't heard too much from Lonnie tonight. He's kind of hanging in there. Is that Tommy Aber in 86 is also in that group. He was both behind Dakota and Eric, so he got a good shot of that last yellow that we had coming down the front stretch there.
So you got to think after what happened with that caution, is Eric gonna back off a bit to try to make that not happen again? It doesn't.
No.
By the looks of it, it does not look like it.
No, he's pushing Dakota. He wants that front. He already had a taste of that lead. It's kind of like a big dog when they get a taste of that meat. They want that meat all the time. So he's going to do what he can with Dakota. And these guys have been racing each other, so they know each other well enough to get in there. Here's a 23 of Andy Shaver. Is in that group as well. Looks like they're just trying to get nose to tail. Yeah, there's Andy right there. Oh, he got around Tommy. And then Bob Relou is behind them. There's Bob. So you got 6 cars, 7, 8. Got the 8 in that pack. And they all look like they're trying to just get themselves settled down and work their way back up. Nose to tail. Tommy looks like he's a little loose. Look at high and dove down low, so back up front. So we got Adam Ricky, no change there, and Matthew Boston Wheeler, Trumbley in third.
They're almost more racy back here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun back here. They're trying to catch them, so yeah, they're trying to get up lined up nose to tail in the back here. Okay? Just Dakota Brown and Alex Steele are definitely leading this group. A little bit racy back there. I'm not sure if it's just because of the air and they're just all over, but they're going 2-3 wide. They really need to get lined up here and try and force their way back up to the front. Well, there's a good shot. This is out of Dakota's car. Look at that bank. That's an awesome shot right there in that gyro cam. Then it flattens out. That's where your trouble happens. There's Eric trying to come up. Look at him move. Trying to stay above that yellow line. Eric's doing whatever he can. It just looks like Dakota's a little bit squirrely, so Eric can't really get a good run or square up against them. It looks like the cars are definitely moving around a lot out there.
Here you can really see when Eric is on Dakota's bumper.
And see how Eric, like, Dakota's just holding his line and Eric is just catching that air and it's just pushing him. He can't really seem to suck up enough.
Keeps weaving back and forth too. It's not holding as good of a line as up. There's a bump.
Yeah, there's a bump and run. All right, yeah, well and it worked because that actually brought him a little bit closer to that front pack.
He's gonna end up turning Dakota again. He's already bumped him a couple times.
And with 27 to go, it's going to get really, really racy here. Coming up with 10 to go. Oh, who's that on the outside of that?
It's Ashton Hooker is the lap traffic.
Okay, he must have had an issue earlier because that's the second time he's been in Eric.
Yeah, he's got a damaged car.
Yeah, Yep. That'll definitely slow you down a lot, especially on the super speedway. Lonnie's hanging in there behind these guys. And there's Andy Shaner, Bob Lou. There's Jeremy Gaiman. He was up at the front a little bit earlier. He was leading that second pack during that second run there. And then 41 of Marty Brown. Marty Brown carrying camouflage back there.
Where? What car? I don't see it.
Number 41. The number 41.
You can't see it. It's camouflaged.
Camouflage on the track, yeah. Maybe that's a secret. Hopefully you can get up there and nobody will see him take over the lead. Where'd he come from? Back up front, there's been a change. Adam Ricky. He's 25 to go. with Matthew Boston Wheeler, David Trumley. And it doesn't look like there's too much of a... It looks like a replay from earlier that we had. Same distance. They're just kind of riding it out.
Yeah, I'd say I'd give it about 10 to go, 5 to go is when they're gonna have to start making moves. They want to win this race.
You know, if I were like Trumley, I'd see if Dale Weiser would want to go high a little bit and try and at least say where your run's going to be to make that run, because you know it's going to be more than a lap or two to try and get up there. Maybe test the waters a little bit. Maybe try that high line, see how far you can get, see if there's anything that you can do, or if you want to go down. You know what I mean? Try and press the issue going down the backstretch. But it looks like Ricky is.
Restart, there has not been a whole lot of the too wide, like there was before.
No, that's for sure. And Adam is just holding that bottom line. Everybody else is just fighting for position. See, we got. Is that second pack caught up to that first pack? There's Dakota still. I don't see the front pack yet. Let's see. Yeah, they're catching them. Oh, we got Biznat moved up. Jim's moving up a couple of spots there. He moved up. He wasn't behind that, but it looked like Biznat and Kevin Gironi.
So you can see that the packs they're catching up. They were about 2 seconds down before. Now I don't know. They're about 7/10 of a second behind.
Well, that bump is working. That bump and run is working because these leaders have pretty much stayed side by side. I mean, nose to tail. This last run, and they caught him. They're going to catch him. It's going to get very interesting now. Wow, what a run!
They've caught him. There.
That is a run. All right, now let's see if they're going to go the outside here. Dakota sneaking up right around the back side of Kevin Gironi. Looks at the high side. Is Eric going to stay with him? Yeah, Eric stays with him. And there's Lonnie Mixon brought it. Sticking with the group that brought him to the...
So I'm now noticing Eric Steele is not the place behind Dakota. He's laps down, but yet still running Dakota real hard.
Yeah, 2 laps down.
Eric Steele, 20 of 2 laps down.
Yeah, 2 laps down, but he's got a fast car, so I'm wondering if maybe he's working with Dakota since they worked so well in the last couple of weeks. Maybe that, you know, that's interesting. But they are making moves because there they go by Biznat.
Biznat and Gironi, and they're approaching on Jim now.
Yeah, they're approaching.
Oh, they got awfully close. They got awfully close.
Oh, well, it looked like Ashton kind of got in that way, so they kind of jumped down a little bit. Just made a little bit of contact on the turnaround. So, Dale Weiser gets a little low. He gets underneath. Oh, pushed him up. Looks like Dale's going to try the outside with Shanna.
Looks like now we are running a 2-wide system.
Yeah, they're 2x2. 20 to go. 20 laps to go. Still nose to tail. Adam Ricky, Matthew Boston Wheeler, and David Trumley. 1, 2, 3. And they're just staying nose to tail, hoping that 2 wide will kind of give them a bit of advantage. They're just bouncing everywhere along that back. It's going to get racy here. I'd say probably the next 5 laps there.
Top 3 has made a slight gap in front of 4th and behind. The top 3 have made a... They might be trying to make themselves their own pack. They're starting to pull away a little bit from 4th place.
Yeah, but Dale Weiser and Eric Sellers, they kind of tested the high side there, but they were able to fall back in, and now it looks like they're catching back up. So I don't know if that high side is going to be the answer. It's at this present moment, because everybody who goes the outside, like there's Dakota who caught the field, but now she's having a hard time. Oh,
whoa, they bumped.
Yep, Shanna, Dakota, Dale Wise, Eric Sellers, Shanna Hart, Dakota Brow, Jim Downham, and there's Eric trying to get looks like a push from Dakota. And Anthony Hooker is up there trying to try that high side. Try to get the high side going here. Shanna looked high and then she went back low. Nope, Dakota's going to get up. Sellers, try and push him down into turn 1. Dakota backs out.
He's down on that inside line now.
Yeah, back down there with his buddy Steele. Eric, as they come around. Dakota's.
Oh, Eric just with the bump.
Yeah, now the bumps are definitely going to be picking up now because we're getting down to 18 to go. But there's Eric, and as we saw earlier with Gaiman way earlier in the race, I mean, he was holding his own on the outside by himself, and there's Eric holding the outside right next to Shanna. Dakota tried to give him a push and couldn't really do anything. Looks like Dakota's like, where do I go? Do I stay here? Do I jump up? And then here comes Eric.
It looked like he jumped up after 97 went up a little bit, because if he would have tried to go up before, that would have been a 3 wide, and I don't think he wanted to be in that.
Eric got a good run. A side draft. I wonder if he can get a side draft on these cars and how big of a run it is, because I'm not... Did he get down next to Shanna? Did you see going in the turn? Because that was... Shanna had the position.
Eric must be working with Dakota, because there's no reason he should be trying to pass Dakota being 2 laps down. So I really think he's working with him. If he wasn't, and he was actually trying to pass him, I think he would have tried already.
Yeah, I think he's just waiting a couple of cautions here at the end. Maybe get back, the lucky dogs. They go through it. There's one coming in play. There's Anthony Hooker, Adam Rickey, Matthew Boston Wheeler, David Trumbley. No change at the front. We got Dale Weiser, who's been snuck back up there. And then we got Eric Sellers on the outside with Dakota Brow. And Eric Steele, who I believe is 2 laps down there. But they've been working their way back to the front because there was a gap of at least 5 seconds.
Yeah, they really did work their way up, and they overcame a pretty big gap.
Yes, they did. Now we're starting to get racy up front. 16 to go. Down to 15 to go this time by. So things are really going to start getting heated up.
We really only got 1 pack right now. There's really not 2 packs anymore.
Yeah. They kind of caught each other. There was a huge gap of 5. And then... Who's that way in the back? Is that... Who lost the pace there? Oh, Jim. Jim must have got into somebody. Let's see. So Jim is 4-7. We're almost 5 seconds behind that front pack. I don't see any damage though, so maybe got a little bit loose coming out.
Might have got loose. He just needs another caution to
get himself back up there.
Although they keep be surprised
wide. I would imagine going 2 wide. That the way they're going, even if they go 3, that would cause enough of that draft for maybe Jim to catch back up. If he didn't suffer any damage. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Because he was right there. They were all right there.
We still do got the 3 of...
There we go. We're getting racy now. Looks like Eric to the outside of... It looked like he jumped to the outside. Maybe he just got a little bit high.
I was about to say we only had 4 cars on that outside, but now there's a bit more than that.
4, yeah, we got another one up there. 5, they're really trying to get it. Adam's not going to give up that bottom. He may protect. He may jump up and down. I'd be curious to see. 14 to go at this point.
He's leading by almost 2 tenths.
Caution.
What happened?
caution, but
No,
we have
there's no caution.
leaders are on pit road. Yeah, leaders are on pit road here. They come down. So Adam Rickey, Matthew Boston Wheeler, and David Trombley are going into pit here.
I was surprised. That's
Sellers.
they can slow down so fast to get in those pits without losing control of those cars.
Yeah, it's amazing how they can go from that down to, I believe it's 55 miles an hour. So from 187 to 55. Not an easy task. Eric Sellers and Dakota Brown.
So leaders pitted now. It looks like they're pitting now.
Yep, there they come in for their pit. Looks like Eric Steele's going in with. So Eric has got to be working with Dakota because they're like together everywhere on the track.
So it looks like it was probably because of fuel. I didn't look, but I would imagine since Adam didn't take tires before, I think he probably took tires, or at least he took the right sides.
Right. I'm sure at least right sides. You had to take at least right side. That's going to kill that front. All that sliding that they've been doing up in front. You know, Trumbley looks like he's out in front of Ricky. So we got Trumbley, Ricky. There's Lonnie Mixon, who's leading. And they're coming down for their pit. So we got Lonnie Mixon and
This has got to be for fuel.
Andy Shaner. 12 to go. So, yep, Lonnie's in the pit. Andrew Shaner.
So who's out on the track right now?
David Trumbley and Adam Rickey will cycle around to the front with Trumbley out in front of Ricky. So Trumbley, I'm not sure if he took any tires to get that position, but now those two are nose to tail.
He
now
might have taken tires before.
Yeah, he took tires on that first one, and Adam didn't look like he took any. So now I wonder, it might be a reverse thing here. Adam might have had to take tires, and Trumbley decided he was going to. So that's.
So it looks like even though green flag pit stops happen, the leaders are still the leaders.
Yep, we got David Trumbley, Adam Rickey, Lonnie Mixon. He's 5 seconds behind right now in third.
He went down to pit.
And he's losing some time here. So it looks like we got a 2-man out front. There's Dakota Brown and Eric Steele. It looks like Eric Steele got out ahead of Dakota.
Dakota got backed onto 11th place. If he wants to get back up front, he's gonna have to work just to get back to where he was.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Dakota was going around Eric trying to get that position back, considering Eric was down. So maybe Eric was more of a pusher. Maybe they felt he was better as a pusher than he was a leader. Oh, there's Andy Shaner.
10 to go.
10 laps to go. 2 wide. Like after it all shakes out, we got David Trumbley, Adam Rickey, Kevin Gironi. There's your top 3. And Gironi's 3 seconds back. Very racy in this pack right here. 2 wide. Lonnie Mixon, Anthony Hooker, Dakota Brown, and Andy Shane. Going side by side there. What happened to Eric? Because Eric was right there with Dakota. Ooh, looks like yeah, he's oh, he's off the pace there. What happened with that one? Looks like Anthony Hooker and Dakota Brown are getting together, trying to push its way.
Is he going down the pit? Maybe no. He's coming out of the pits.
It looked like he pitted with Dakota though, didn't he?
It did. I don't know. Maybe he got a penalty or something.
Oh, there's no. Oh no. There's Anthony Hooker. Anthony Hooker gets around. Lonnie Mixon. Looked like Anthony came down on Lonnie. Lonnie goes to spinning up the track. There's the yellow. There's the caution that most of the field needed. So this is going to really tighten things up. So if you're going to get your beers, let's get them now. Yep. Looks like Lonnie yeah, Anthony and Lonnie just got together. Looked like it was just a racing deal. I'm sure.
23 stayed out of it. He got bumped, but he stayed out.
Andy Shaner stayed out. Yeah, your dad kind of made it through it, but if you look here, yeah, see, it looks like he might have been clear. Oh, got the front of him a little bit. Doesn't look like there's going to be too bad of a damage there for Andy. These cars are pretty tough and resilient, and if he's following somebody, it's not going to be as bad as like leading, but yeah, you can see a little bit of that damage on that left front. Kind of bent up sheet metal from where he hit. So as they line up, David Trumbley, Adam Rickey, Kevin Gironi, Dale Weiser are your top 4. Matthew Boston Wheeler is back up there. Chuck McDonald round out your top 6.
This might have been the caution that Adam needed to get that restart. I think Adam might be able to get David on the restart since he's got those real good restart skills with jumping.
Yeah. But the only thing is, Trumbley now has the control of the start. So is Trumbley going to jump it, or is he going to try and hold Adam back? Because Adam always gets that big run. So now Adam really doesn't have control of that. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one's going to play out. And then you got the entire field behind you who's just going to be racing. So I'm sure this may not be the last caution that we're going to see. I'm sure somebody's going to make some bold moves, especially those that are fast, like Dakota, who's back in 8th. And you got Steve Hutchinson, who's been up front. It's like, nope, there goes Eric Sellers. Let's get the lucky dog on the outside there. So as we line them back up, we got, there's going down in turn 3. Any thoughts on any thoughts out there in YouTube land? You might have this? You think Trumbley can hold off Ricky? Is it still a wild card, or do you think this one's wrapped up? Is it going to be somebody that we haven't even talked about? Dale Weiser's up there in 4th. Kevin Gironi, he's up there. You got Chuck McDonald, Matthew Boston Wheeler, who was up there all night, just got involved in a little bit. He's back up to the front.
So I see Dakota. I think he's back in 8th. Yeah. Is he gonna have enough time? I think it's gonna be about 5 laps to go when the pace car goes off. Is he gonna have enough time to get from 8th all the way back up?
Then you got Shannon, who's back there in 11th. She was up there fighting a little bit earlier too.
Is she gonna have enough time though? With only 5 laps left, they're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to do something, yeah. And you know that with Trumbley in the front, and Adam likes that bottom line, but is Trumbley going to get that run and then try and block Adam? And is that going to stack the field up enough to get some maybe 2-3 wide racing? And there may be another caution or two in between there. We may even see like an overtime possibly going into this. Dale Weiser has a good run going.
If I was David Trumbley, I would not go right at the beginning of the when I can go.
I would definitely wait. I would definitely make Adam get off his game because he is so used to controlling the start, and now that he's not controlling, trying to get him off his game a little bit. Like maybe speed up just a hair.
If I was Trumbley, I would go about the middle so that Adam might think he's going at the end, but he's not going beginning or end. Go around the middle.
These guys race each other quite a bit, and you know they know. I know Adam and David know how to control restarts and you know work around each other and be up at the front and definitely win and close out these things. So it's going to be interesting. That's like 2 of the big boys there of TDR. So it's going to be a very fun restart.
I think it should be a pretty interesting end.
Absolutely. And then Kevin Gironi, he's been hanging in there. I mean, so he could be a wild card. I could see him coming up. Dale Weiser if they get hooked up.
Yep, so I think we're gonna have 5 to go.
1 lap next time by. There's Matthew Boston Wheeler in that bright yellow number 11 on the outside. Chuck McDonald, he's worked his way back up. Try and work our way through the field, see where they line up here. So we got Dakota's back in 8th.
Got to start coming up with some interview questions for Adam and David are definitely two that I want to interview today after this race is over. They've been up there quite a bit.
And then definitely Matthew Boston Wheeler's been up there all night long. Tyler's had a rough night. He's really been, I've seen him on a pit road a few times as we've been going around here, so.
I think he's been out of this race.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
and I know he might have got involved in a little bit of the early wrecks, and let's see how they line up here. And pace car is dipping down.
Let's see what Trumbley's gonna do.
Trumbley looks like he's gonna do the same thing. Adam falls back to where.
You know, Adam's got a.
Adam's got. He's waiting. He's looking. And
you know, the second he sees David go, he's gonna.
There's David. There. Yep. David got a good jump going off.
He definitely got a good jump on Adam.
Now, like before, Adam would get a good run, and David would move up and catch him coming out of 2 with that good run.
He's almost 1.5 seconds ahead of that jump. It's closing fast.
Yeah, there's a second. I mean, and he has help from Kevin Gironi there in 3rd. So they are definitely catching. And then you got, it's like Dale Weiser.
You know, Adam's got to make a move, and knowing Adam, he's going to.
Yeah. He's definitely building them up. Gonna get that run. 5 to go. 4 to go this time at the line. Time to start making some moves. Are we gonna go? Trumbley stays low. Looks like they're like single file. Going down into turns 1 and 2. Trumbley, Ricky, nose to tail. Kevin Gironi right there. Dale Weiser in 4th. Like Matthew Boston Wheeler starting to make his move on the outside, trying to go by himself. Does he have enough to get around Dale? As we come down, Trumbley slipped up a little bit, but he doesn't want to give that bottom line to Ricky. That's too easy. Yeah, definitely slam that door. Looks like David Trumbley and Adam Ricky are just trying to get anything that they can out of each other, just waiting. 4 to go, 3 to go at the line. 3 more.
Adam's going to wait to make that move for the right moment, but he doesn't want to wait too long.
No, he can't wait too much longer. He's got to go. He's got to start making that move. There he goes. He's looking to the outside, see if he can get anything. Maybe see if somebody wants to go.
He's looking at the inside.
Yeah, I think he tried to pull Gironi to see if Gironi would go with him. And Gironi kind of just held back a little bit and didn't really give him the go sign. So had him tuck back down.
He looked to the outside, looked to the inside, and didn't see any opening.
Yeah, like I said, I think Adam went up there and Gironi just kind of stayed where he was at. I don't think there's too much. But then you got help coming up here. It looks like from Matthew Wheeler, who's on the outside of Dale. And those two have been pretty much side by side for the last few laps and still keeping up with the leaders. So
2 to go.
This is it. Is he going to get up underneath? Is he going to touch him? That's the whole thing. Can he get enough of a run down that backstretch where he can just get Trumbley a little bit loose just to take that inside line? And he's going to try. He's pulling up to him now. Going to give him that bump. Stay on him. He's going to stay on him. Trumbley holds that bottom line. Adams, yep.
I don't want to go back to look because I don't want to miss any of this action up front. But Dakota, who we were watching earlier to see if he would make a move up to the front, he dropped back to 16th now.
Wonder what happened there. Had to have been some start on or some sort of contact. 1 to go. White flag. As it come down in turn 1 and 2, looks like Trumbley is not giving up that bottom, forcing Adam to go to the high. If he wants it, Adam's gonna have to make that move on the back stretch.
If the outside's the only way he's gonna go, Adam's gonna try it.
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped out to try and get it right now, because you got help from Dale Weiser right there on the outside. So if anything, Adam's got the help right there. If he would just jump up, if knowing that Trumbley's not going to give up that bottom line.
He's got to do it now if he's going to do something.
Well, he's going to try. Is he going to try and... Oh, it looked like it was... Oh, he went down. He's going... Oh, high side. He's going to try and dive down. Up here comes Kevin Gironi up underneath.
Well, they got a little loose.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Wow. Who got second, Adam or Gironi? That was awfully close.
Looks like Adam Ricky had just inched out Gironi at the line. Oh. Whew. What a race. That was a
photo finish.
Freak. I don't know. That... Yeah, it's saying that Adam Ricky took second. But at the line, it looks like Gironi had it. Wow, 3 wide coming across the line. There's Adam. Adam's got the... Nope. Ooh. That was so close. That was really almost reminiscent of the... Yep, Adam just... Wow, look at that. Not even... I'd say that sticker on the front was the only difference in between. Wow. That was excellent race. Excellent. Congratulations, David. Win. Adam Ricky, Kevin Gironi are your top 3.
All right, let's talk to the winner.
Absolutely. Buck McDonald, Dale Weiser. 5.
Hey, David, it's Brendan in the booth. You gotta read on me.
Oh, hey, I'm in the booth.
Yeah, you won.
Hey, David.
Good race tonight.
Thank you. I definitely didn't expect to win tonight.
I was surprised Adam didn't make a move on you sooner than he did. I was expecting him to try to take that inside or outside. You were not letting him have that inside.
Oh, no, definitely not. I was just holding my line, making sure he didn't have an easy pass if he tried.
So what was your strategy going down to that restart on that last restart there? Were you... Because I know you race with Adam quite a bit, so you guys know each other. You know your quirks. Were you just like all out trying to do what he did, or were you trying to psych him out a little bit, maybe?
Well, I was going all out. Not sure exactly what Adam was thinking, but I know he's in the points lead. He was probably just looking to have a solid finish and not wreck, so he probably wasn't trying to make any crazy moves.
Did you experience any bump drafting while you were out there? Were you able to hold it? I mean, it looked from up here that there were cars that were pretty swirly. I'm not sure if you got up on somebody and bumped them, if they got even more loose, or what were you experiencing out there tonight?
Yeah, we had quite a bit of bump drafting. I didn't expect that to work as well as it did, but yeah, there was quite a bit of bump drafting. And yeah, he would get a bit swirly, but it wasn't too hard to hold it.
Congratulations on the win. That was awesome. You held them guys off there at the end, and we hope to see you again in the winner's circle. That was absolutely wonderful racing. Hope you get to go back and watch yourself hold off everybody at the end there, because that was a very, very exciting race.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, it was a great race.
Absolutely.
Talk to you later. All right, let's pull in our second place Adam. Hey, Adam, it's Brennan in the booth. You got to read.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey, nice race tonight. You couldn't pick up the win over David, but that ending was exciting. Very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm glad it was exciting. 3 wide, super speedway, right? Like it's always me good at the end. I noticed Dakota had some bad luck. We've been racing at the top for the points, so I knew at the late point in the race, I want a good finish. I don't want it up pointed backwards at the wrong time. So it was good to be able to work with Trumbley to get all the way to the end safely, and then I went high just so that way no one would run me over.
It was almost a photo finish there at the end between you and Gironi for 6th place.
Yeah, looked pretty good. I watched it real quick. Other than that, tried to get in the pole. Wheeler beat me by some fractional component of a second that we couldn't even see. But I wanted to lead the most laps as I can, and just get as many points for the long haul in this season.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like from up here. What were your thoughts going into that final restart there? Because you were controlling all night. I mean, you had your car up front. You were staying out of trouble. I mean, you pretty much were the class of the field. And then that last restart, Trumbley was ahead of you. What was your thought going in? Were you like really keeping an eye on him, or did you know what he was going to do? I mean, I know these guys raced quite a bit in the leagues and stuff. Were you just like kind of hoping that he would go, or were you just holding back, trying to get a big run coming out to maybe pass him on the backstretch?
Yeah, so I kind of saw where Dakota was, and I wanted just to get a good point finish and not just end up facing the wrong way. So during that last caution, I actually private messaged Trumbley on the chat and said that I was going to stick with him. So my goal right from the get-go was, after he launched, was to get down and stay with him as long as I could.
Did you have any plans to pass him, or you were just at that point, if the opportunity presented itself, you were going to go? Because I know Dale Weiser came up on the outside, and I thought maybe it looked like with maybe 2 or 3 to go there, Gironi, you tried to pull Gironi up with you to see if you can get around him on the outside, and it kind of Gironi stuck down low. But then with 1 or 2 to go, it looked like Dale Weiser was getting a run on the outside, so we weren't sure if you were going to go with him. Were there any thoughts with that, or you're just going to stick with Trumbley and just get what you could get out of it?
Yeah, I was just going to stick with Trumbley and get what I could get out of it. And then, coming out of like the 4-turn, like down that short chute, like I moved to the outside because I would naturally had a run there. And then that way I could be high in case, Gironi got a run or anything happened. It would hopefully be below me and I wouldn't be caught up in it. If it resulted in me getting the win, yes. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking, not winning necessarily the battle, but winning the war. I gave up some points last week at Michigan late in the race, where I think I had the car to be able to get up there and compete for the win, and then I got sideways and gave up points. So I didn't want to make sure I did not do that this week.
Well, you did a wonderful job. Congratulations on your second. It was a really great finish. 3 wide at the line. You can't get any better than that, especially here at a super speedway. So congratulations on your second, maintaining the points lead, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey, thank you. It was great racing, with Wheeler and Trumbley. We were up front, top 3, majority of the race. Great to finish it off with Trumbley there at the end. Great to see Gironi up there running good, and Dale Weiser. I think as a whole, I didn't see all the things that caused the cautions, but I think as a whole, for what this car is designed for and the abomination that this race was by putting it on a super speedway, for my own personal feelings, I think it actually was a pretty good event. The setup was amazing, drove really well from Maconi's setup shop. Had a lot of caster split in the front end, so you're like, I don't think I ever turned the wheel actually to dead center. It was always still a little bit right with the setup, which is really cool because that's how a race car should drive.
Yeah, and we saw that. We were actually drove around a lap or 2 with you, and both Brent and I noticed that you did have that caster in that car, and it did not look like you were even turning going into any of the turns. So you definitely had the hookup for that. So we're learning from you. One of us might figure it out, but right now you're definitely the class of the field, and congratulations.
Hey, thank you for doing this. Being in the booth is a lot of fun, and looking forward to tomorrow night for the TDR versus Fudge being in the booth while I sit out a couple races.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Do you got anybody you want to bring in?
Let's see. We've got. Yeah, let's bring in Tommy, because Tommy was kind of up there, and he was behind that action that happened. So I'm gonna get his perspective of that one to see what he saw and see if he suffered anything and how that affected the rest of his race. So let's bring in Tommy Abear.
Right.
Hey Tommy, it's Brendan in the booth. You got to read on me?
Buddy, I got you.
Hey Tommy, this is Jay. Good to see you. Yeah, I had a nice little run out there tonight. Just want to get your thoughts because I know you were behind Dakota and Sellers during that one wreck. You were really working your way to the front there. Can you give us your perspective of how that all went down?
Man, my car felt good. I felt like I could have got it there. Those two guys running in front of me, I mean, obviously we're talking to each other on the racetrack over race comms, and it was just a racing thing. They got a little too close together and had an incident, and I couldn't avoid it, but raced back into a top 10, so I'm happy with my finish, and I think I beat Dakota, so I'd be even happier if that was true.
Dakota finished 15th.
Yeah, looking good, looking good.
So you did as well, that's for sure. Did you suffer any damage from that? Because it looked like you went under steel. So did that cause any damage to your car to like affect the performance, or did you have?
I wasn't sure, and I didn't really have anyone around me to look at my car when the pit road opened, so I just came in, took my quick repair, and kind of threw caution to the wind and came back out and tried to do my best.
And then I noticed that a lot of people were like doing a lot of bumping. There was a lot of the front. We did follow a little bit in between, the packs, and the second pack did catch up to the first pack there. They had quite a bit of a run and got back up there to cause some action. Did you experience any of the bump drafting out there tonight? And was your car loose, tight? I mean, how were you feeling?
I did my best to avoid it. I felt anytime I got touched, all these cars were pretty squirrely out there, very tight, very hard to control. Anytime someone bumped you, it really rocked the car hard. So if people were getting up behind me, I was being gentleman Jim, letting them by. I think I bumped a couple guys in the draft that I knew could take it, but really I was trying to avoid it altogether just because it upset the car so much.
Cool. All right, well, I'm glad you came back from that, and you had a nice run tonight, so congratulations on that. We just want to get your perspective because, like I said, you were behind that action there when Eric went over you, or you went over him, either one.
Absolutely, and thank you guys for manning the booth tonight, and to all you out there listening in YouTube land, we will be back tomorrow night for the TDR versus Nowski Nation race. I'll be in the booth along with Adam, Ricky, and possibly the other two guys suspended from the Nowski Nation series.
Oh, no. All right. Well, that'll be a fun
Adam
night.
was mentioning that he can't race for a couple of races.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting booth tomorrow night for sure.
Oh, definitely. So I definitely check that out, guys. And thank you to Maconi Setup Shop. They did another great job of setting these cars up for us. Bach charities as usual. If you can give whatever you can at any time, that'd be great. So, Tommy, thank you for your time, and I'll let you get back to the chat. Going to see if we can pull whoever else is in here and figure out what's going on. Thank you.
All right. I can't really think of anybody else. You got anybody else you want to talk to?
Let's see. Do we have anybody else in the top 10 that's still in the chat here?
There's Jim, Biznet, Hooker, Tyler, Ashton, Geeman, Sellers.
Yeah, I think we're. It's a shame we don't have Dakota in here. Did you see Dakota?
He dips out of Discord real fast.
Yeah. So. But no, I think that's about all we got for tonight, and I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. And it was a fun race. Definitely came down to the very end. If anybody is interested in joining, like I said, iRacing, we go pretty much 7 nights a week. There is a race going on. We usually start at 8 o'clock during the week and start as early as 9:30 on the weekend. So you can go to iRacing.com, check out TDR. Give us a shout. We'll be more than happy to bring you aboard. But Brendan, it was been fun.
Yep.
I must say.
Thank you everybody out in YouTube for watching tonight. It was a exciting race. I'll be back here next week for streaming IROC again. Remember, tomorrow night, same channel that you're watching right now, TDR versus Nasky Nation, 10 o'clock.
And if you're on YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We do special events. Tomorrow night's going to be fun. Definitely catch on to that. Tonight's exciting. Tomorrow's going to be just as exciting. So definitely hit the like and subscribe. And thank you to everybody. Hope you had a good night. Hopefully we didn't mess this up too much up here in the booth. And everybody had a good time. And from TDR, from Brendan and myself, have a good night.